rip is ripping a paper, meaning paper ছিঁড়ে ফেলা. So you take a paper and you just rip it off, right? That's ripping a paper, right? I felt like ripping this paper off. It feels really good. You know, sometimes আপনি বসে বসে পেপার ছিঁড়তে অনেক মজা লাগে. You know, just ripping paper. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to another episode of Simplify English by Azim Bhai. So simplify. Let's simplify. Today we'll be talking about few important things. We'll be learning few things together. One is E sound. There will be two vowels playing together. Now, don't get scared when you hear vowels. We're not going to be studying grammar. As you know, we don't study grammar. Grammar is part of our learning. It happens automatically. It happens by itself. So do not worry, we are not studying grammar, but there will be two vowels, but one is more generous than other. So what do I mean by generous? You know, the word generous means, you know how we say আমরা কিভাবে বলি যে মানুষটি অনেক generous, অনেক দান সদকা করেন, উনি যখনই কারো প্রয়োজন হয় উনি টাকা দিতে নিজেকে হোল্ড ব্যাক করেন না, সবসময় মানুষকে সাহায্য করে থাকেন. Very generous person. So that is generous. So now what do I mean by one vowel being more generous than the other? And that generous vowel is E. Whenever there is a word that has another vowel, but the E is together at the end, what does E do? It gives its spot, because see, each letter has its own sound. So if you are sitting in a word, you have right to take your place, to make your voice heard. But E, what it does in these words that we are going to discuss, it will give up its place and let the other vowel become longer, so meaning take its place. So it's very generous. You know, E এসে বলে যে আমার যে সাউন্ড এই ওয়ার্ডের মধ্যে সেটা আমি ইউজ করব না, বেসিক্যালি আমার ফ্লোরটা তোমাকে দিলাম. You can take this time and you can make your time longer, meaning you can make your sound longer and I will stay silent. So that's why I said E is very generous in these words. So we'll be looking into these words, we'll understand their meaning, and most of them you already know anyway, but we'll be more focusing on how do you pronounce them. And then I'll give some examples of some sentences so you can connect with these sentences and you can remember better in this way the sound, how it is pronounced. So our pronunciation will become much better, just like native. And then obviously those who doesn't know the meaning of these words, they will come to know the meaning, and we will have some sentences to practice them, to put them in a context, right? So that way you'll understand better. So let's look at the first word. The first word is plan. P-L-A-N, plan. So what is plan? Plan means, you know, আমরা যখন প্ল্যান করি, আমরা যারা বাংলাতে কথা বলি তারা আমরা বলি প্ল্যান, but if you want to say in native pronunciation, native English pronunciation, you will see plan. Plan is between pa এবং fa, and if you don't know how to pronounce P, I have another video in the past I have done how to learn how to correctly pronounce P just like native. That's a very cool technique. I'll put the video link below in the description and you can go there and take a look how you can pronounce P. So that's there. So it's plan. We are planning to do something, right? So if I tell you, so what's your plan? What is your plan? তোমার প্ল্যান কি? তুমি কি করতে চাচ্ছ? You have a business that you want to do. But what's your plan? How do you want to proceed? How do you want to go forward? তুমি সামনে কিভাবে যেতে চাচ্ছ? তোমার plan কি? Right? What's your plan? Now that's P-L-A-N, plan. So A is a vowel here, right? But if we connect a E at the end, then what it becomes? It becomes plane. You see, the E's at the end, we're not saying plan, then add E and call it planning. It's not planning, it's plane. But when you say plan, the A is very less sound, plan. But when you connect E is becoming very generous. It's not taking its place, it's not giving its sound, but it's giving that time to A. So A becomes even longer. Plane. And what is plane? We all know plane is aeroplane. You know, look at that big plane. Look at that big plane. Look at that yellow plane. So that's plane, right? Plan versus plane. Now we'll look into another word, which is cap. Cap, right? C-A-P, cap. Cap, the one I have on my head, right? Cap. So cap is cap, tupi, right? But if we add a E at the end, it becomes cape. Again, it's not cape, it's not C sound, or it's not the way we say C. Bangladeshi আমরা যখন বলি cap, but if you want to say just like native, you'll see cat, cat, cape, right? So again, if you don't know how to pronounce C, I have another technique, which the link I will be putting in the description. You can go there and take a look at that video, and it's a very cool technique. You can easily learn how to pronounce C. So that's cape. So cap and cape. Here you add the E at the end, it doesn't become cappy. E sound is very silent here. So it becomes cape. And what is cape? Cape is, you know, that Superman, it has that nice, what do you call it? It's like half burqa, you can say. I don't know how else to describe. So that's a cape. When he's flying, it's like from behind is flying. I'll put a picture so you understand what I'm talking about. So that's it. Cape. Cap versus cape, that one you have on your back, right? So you see how E is very generous here. It's not taking its time in this word. It's giving it to cap and making it cape, right? And the next one is Tim. So what is Tim? Tim could be your friend's name among Native American or English word. Tim is a very common name. So it's T-I-M, Tim. So your friend name is a Tim, and Tim is a guy. Tim is a man, right? So when you say Tim, you see the E sound here, not the E sound. The I sound here is very short. Tim, quickly, right? But if you add an E at the end, what does it become? Time. You see, now the I sound becomes longer, but we stop on M. It's not Timmy. It's not like that. It's time. So with the example of Tim, Tim is a very good friend of mine. Tim, আমার খুব ভালো একজন বন্ধু. And time, what time is it now? What time is it? Right? Time. What time is it? Right? So you get that, I hope. And then we have hop. H-O-P. Hop. What is hop? It's like jumping, right? You just jump, right? That's hop. Another way of saying a sentence could be, I'm driving a car and I'm just telling my friend, চলেন আমার সাথে চলুন, আমি আপনাকে রাইড দিয়ে দিই. So I can tell him, just hop in. I can just open the door for him and tell him, hop in, meaning come in, right? It's another phrase. Hop in, just come in and I'll give you a ride. আমি তোমাকে ছেড়ে দিব পথে, no problem, just hop in, right? So that's hop. Now, if we add an E at the end, it becomes hope, right? H-O-P-E, hope, right? So E comes at the end again and doesn't take its sound, it gives it to O. So it becomes hope. I have very high hopes for all of you that you will become very fluent in English in no time. I have high hopes for all of you, right? So I hope you get it. Then tub, T-U-B, tub. So you see the U vowel here is very quick, short, tub. So an example of tub will be, we have a nice big tub in my home. Or in my bathroom, we have a big tub, right? Bathtub. And then if we add an E at the end, it becomes tube, right? The U sound becomes longer here and stops at B. It's not tubby, it's tube. And tube is like pipe, right? So I have to fix my water tube or YouTube. And then bit, B-I-T. Bit means very small something, just little bit, just little bit. So you can say, just give me a little bit of salt here, please. I need some salt, right? Give me a little bit of salt. Put little bit of salt. It needs little bit of salt. So when we use salt, we don't put a lot. লবণ যখন আমরা ইউজ করি আমরা অনেক ইউজ করি না, just little bit, just put little bit more salt, right? Just একটু লবণ, আরেকটু লবণ ইউজ করুন, আরেকটু লবণ দিন. And then if we add E at the end, what does it become? Yes, bite, B-I-T-E, bite. We stop at T, E gives its sounds to I, bite. Just let me grab a bite. That's a common phrase here in America. If you say let me grab a bite, meaning you are waiting for me and I'm just really hungry and I'm just telling you, give me a minute, just let me grab a bite. Meaning, সামান্য কিছু আমি একটু মুখে দিয়ে নেই, একটু পেটটা ভরে থাকুক, যেহেতু আমি তোমার সাথে বাইরে যাব, so just let me grab a bite, right? So bite meaning kamor, but here it's not really kamor, it's just meaning that let me grab a bite, let me eat something very quickly, samanno, and then I'll be on my way or I'll go with you. So that's bit versus bite. And cut, C-U-T, cut, very quick, that U vowel here, cut, right? But cut means it's cutting, right? Kono kichu kata, we know. So let's let the party begin. Let's cut the cake. Let the party begin. Party shuru kori. Let's cut the cake. Cholun amra cake ti kati. So that's a party time. Let's cut the cake. Let the party begin. And then if we use a E at the end, that becomes cute. Cute. What is cute? Cute baby, right? Look at that cute baby, right? That's very cute baby. Look at that cute baby. So again, we are ending at T and E gives its sound to U. So it becomes cute. So it's long U and E sound doesn't come. I hope you are getting it because I'm repeating again and again. So you get the point. You get familiar with what I'm talking about and you get more practice. I hope you are getting it. And then rip versus ripe. So what is rip? R-I-P. Rip is ripping a paper, meaning paper chire fela. So you take a paper and you just rip it off, right? That's ripping a paper, right? I felt like ripping this paper off. It feels really good. You know, sometimes apni boshe boshe paper chite onek moja lage. You know, just ripping paper. So just rip it off. I gave him that paper and he just ripped it off. So ripping. And then if we add an E at the end, what does it become? Ripe. Ripe mangoes. Oh, it reminds me of those days in Bangladesh. Ripe mangoes. Delicious. My favorite. So you can say the ripe mangoes are my favorite fruit. The ripe mangoes, I love them. I love ripe mangoes. So again, we stop at P at the end, and then E gives its sound to I. So it becomes ripe. Ripe mangoes. So now I have just introduced you to a very generous letter, which is E, a vowel. When it comes at the end with another vowel in that word, it gives its sound to that another vowel. It gives up its sound. It gives up its place. It gives up its place. So it's very generous. I hope you'll remember the story of this generous E and know about its sacrifice. And if you practice this, you will become very fluent and your pronunciation will become just like native if you just follow these techniques. I hope you like our session, and will come another session with another techniques with some more tips. Until then, stay with us. Thank you so much. See you again. Take care.